Welcome to the meditation practice. Bring on board a natural inner smile of gratitude in appreciation of whom you are as an extension of the divine intelligence that oversees all life. Through this practice, let's refine our awareness as to whom the intelligence within is in comparison to what we normally associate with as our daily personality. If you were to review life thus far, most likely you would have noticed a wave effect of different emotions throughout different life experiences. Now, some may say that these waves of experiences allows us the opportunity to gather knowledge and theoretically to evolve. But if we are already evolved, do we need to continue to move through these waves? One aims to go beyond theory in the meditation practice. At this precise moment, the body that you're inhabiting is following your directive. The heart center is activating in accordance to a particular program. Yet, beyond that program, there is a divine intelligence, so you are told, through different theories, that influences this program. So during this practice, our objective is to question the mind as to who it is, without allowing the personality trait to step in with a perception of an accepted past belief and paradigm. There's always questions. Our aim in meditation and the practices that we share together is to clear from the mind anything that's lingering within that can cause us limitation, to open the window of the mind and to truly sense who we really are. So notice your heart. If I was to share with you to imagine that the heart is not just beating but glowing a bright light of love and enhancement, and if you chose to acknowledge that and utilize your mind's influence in visualization, then don't be surprised if you can begin to feel the warmth radiating through the heart center. Let's spend a few moments focusing upon the heart as you go within. And as you go within, listen to the tone of your voice and observe as to how Patrick extends an aspect from his understanding at this precise moment along the journey of life.
I want you to reach out to the universe and take hold of anything that you feel that you need, and let go to the ground, the roots, let go through your feet, anything that you do not desire to have within your body anymore.
And if you choose to let it go, will the mind let it go completely? If so, then this practice shall truly be a profound experience. If not, then one must become clearer as to what aspect of the mind is still holding on to it. Thus we extend to Patrick to further expand upon that.
Anything you wish, you need, will come to you. When you breathe in, you allow the energy to flow in through your lungs, through your nose, and as you breathe out through your nose or your mouth, everything gets dispelled back to the universe, back to the one, back to the Om, back to the everything. The whole is what we call the present.
take the opportunity in this practice to acknowledge the different aspects of your state of being, just as each limb has a different function and purpose. Each section of the brain functions in a particular timeline in programming for the average person. But remember that the brain is neuroplastic. It is stated today through neuroscience that one can continue to refine the neural processes in the brain to your advantage if you choose to acknowledge the greater divine intelligence that sweeps through you. Remember, whatever has your attention in replication shall influence your life. So let's refine our life to date and observe as to whether we're truly seeking the best and acting accordingly, or whether we are assuming that the best may find us, but there is doubt that still lingers within the mind. The objective is to observe any doubts that may find you, but do not associate with it. It's as if it's simply passing by like traffic, yet you're focused upon your directive. You can be on the road, but the traffic does not distract you as you're focused upon your objective. Whilst in the vehicle, you can still enjoy the process of driving. As Patrick further expands upon that perception.
As you're in traffic, you're either concentrating on the road, in your mind, or just floating. Sometimes you lose it, sometimes you stay with it. You've just got to take those aspects and run with it, or not. Whatever you feel is necessary at this moment.
Trust that there are numerous pathways, but if we are all an aspect of the one who is stated to have existed throughout eternity, how blessed is one who chooses to understand the rhythm of the wave of life. Thereby one is no longer ensnared or trapped in a lake or on the shorelines in false assumptions. Rather, like a wave, one can ease in and out but still benefit from the entire environment. So go within and acknowledge that your body has value. Thereby, every cell within this body has your best interest in mind in service. As long as you allow that body to function perfectly according to nature's law. Send love and light to that body now as you deepen the breath across the lower, mid and upper lungs. Always recognize that breath plays an essential role, not just in your physical daily life in exchange, but in how your mind interacts with its greater self in expression. Thus, by slowing the breath down towards the low ribs and extending the breath through the entire lungs with greater efficiency, you are accessing the best from each breath in regards to your physical, emotional, and mental state of being. So imagine that you are seeing oxygen flooding your entire circulatory system, but at the same time as you breathe, you are recognizing you're extracting the life essence, life vitality, that in yoga it's called prana. Others may see it as the chi principle, whatever, the key principle, whatever terminology. It's a life force that exudes through all space and all around you 24/7. And as you breathe, you are extracting it as well as oxygen. But here you're purposely utilizing your intelligence to draw from it far more than you would normally. So imagine not only the physical body finding perfect attunement, you're watching your energy field finding coalescence in perfect balance with a greater spiritual mind in exchange. And in turn, like the waves that flows through the oceans, you're catching your mind, reconnecting to the universal wave of liberation. Some may call it a deeper self-awakening, a realization. Whatever terminology that best suits you, choose this opportunity to feel one with the one of the one. And if so, then love shall flood the body and mind unconditionally. Remembering there's a difference between what the average human being considers love and what is truly considered universal love. So make a commitment that you shall flood the mind with pure love, and in turn thoughts that shall find your attention shall only be thoughts of inspiration. And if any other thoughts seeks to have your attention, it is nothing more than passing traffic. And via meditation or any other form of deep, progressive relaxation, the brain moves into an altered state of connection. As long as you allow yourself to declutter any attachments that is limiting, you shall find greater divine communion. That body automatically begins to feel heavier with relaxation flooding the muscular system. Yet, if you're choosing to remain seated, your spine finds alignment. Imagine your spine as an antenna. Certainly, you may have priorities at this precise moment in your journey. But if you chose to delve deep into your subjective mind and find the reason why you chose to take human birth, then perhaps the priorities of this precise moment may be enhanced in redirection or greater momentum. Imagine spending your entire life clear upon the reason why you took birth. Imagine that. Thus, one shan't digress in false assumptions. Rather, one can enjoy the ways that will move you from different shorelines in human experience. Yet, you will not be limited to the human construct in accepted belief of past reproductions in false beliefs in past paradigms. Rather, you're transmutating every moment. Imagine traveling the globe, the planet Earth, and experiencing the best that every continent, every island has to offer. Imagine that. And in turn, not only are you experiencing, you're adding and enhancing the qualities in that region due to your positive reflux in exchange. Imagine that. Not only do you benefit, but those that you interact with and the environment benefits by your presence due to the bioelectromagnetic field that you're constantly exuding due to your positive connection to the divine. See life not just as an adventure. See life as an experience of full awakening. There are many different metaphors, but one that comes to bring greater clarity. Imagine spending an entire life in a white room and not knowing any other color. Now imagine if you stepped out of that room and experienced all different colors and then came back in that white room. Your mind will be greater enhanced. So let's utilize that metaphor in regards to how we are and how we came to this plane to have different accesses to different reflections. But yet we do not allow the room to limit us. The room has a purpose. This physical body you're inhabiting has a purpose. Your emotions have a purpose. Just as the vehicle has a purpose. But if you utilize it as it was designed, then life truly becomes a profound experience. So let this love flood your entire being. Not just what you may assume as human love. Find connection now to the universal love of exchange for at this precise moment. Within you and around you, you have connection to the most upbeat in frequency resonance that is available to all sentient beings. Just like if you were using a computer and you were connected to the internet, you shall have access to whatever the internet can provide via the servers that is sharing the information. Now, accentuate that as though you're using your mind and connecting now purposely to a higher intelligence that's called the divine nature of all life. Let it flood your mind as though you are now stepping out and to the side and allowing a conscious download, just like an artist, a musician, receiving inspired impressions, thereby on their daily life they become far more cohesive in creativeness. And if anything needs correction in your life at this precise moment, any misalignments, this is a perfect opportunity to heighten your intuition. Thereby you shall come to the right resolution far quicker, as you are now attuned perfectly to the resonance of Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, extended out to the whole universal firmament in existence. Who is this essence within you that is truly your divine essence? And how can this personality that you are interacting with consciously be of great service and benefit to you? Imagine that. Unlimited potential. Continue refining that upbeat in an inner glow and in the smile. In the knowing that anything is possible for one who recognizes the true self in expression. And if you're choosing now to fill your entire being with this elixir of divine upliftment, like the waves of the ocean, it shall enhance the life force within you. Imagine that. Each wave is still connected to the ocean, though it may seem separate at one stage. Sense each thought like a drop of water coming back to the ocean of life, purified, refined, and upbeat. Trust that that future that you are now setting into motion shall bring greater clarity as to why you have chosen human birth and expression at this point in time in your incarnation. Peace is a byproduct of inner mind stability. Upliftment is a reflection of your pure divine nature. So let the doors of the past release from your mind any past limitations as you recognize your pure state of being in upliftment. You are normally far more than you have yet come to understand. But now, during this meditation practice, you can reclaim it unconditionally without judgment. You are perfect in every way. Sense that. Let that be your mantra for you. That I am perfect in every aspect of my entire being. Let that resonate for you. Thus, it is flowing from the heart, not from the ego perspective. You are truly worthy and full mind awakening, fully worthy. Nothing is impossible for one who is recognizing the I am possible within. Feel that wonderful state of balance that always exists. In the depth of the ocean, there's always calmness. Go within the depth of your inner being perfectly. And let it replicate from this moment forward for the rest of this physical birth and beyond. As though today is truly the first day of the rest of this life in full awakening. First day of the rest of this life in enhanced clarity. It's as if you've come to your full spiritual maturity in awakening. Thus you can live your life with grace, respect and integrity. Thus let this love flood your entire being. As you effortlessly bring your attention purposely back to your physical body in full gratitude of whom you are, what you are, and how you are. Awaken those fingers without effort. Compliment the heart in full appreciation. Keep one hand on the heart, place the other on the navel, and change hand position the opposite, feeling the ebb and flow moving through you. Comfortably, let it radiate through your entire being. Bring the palms into a loving prayer position, brush them together. Place them upon your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, skin. As always, shake the hands out. If there was any debris of limitation that was still existing in the field, you're releasing it from you. Turn your palms upwards and turn them forward. Then pull the life force of Mother Nature to your advantage in, back to your heart and navel. Feeling a stronger connection, rejuvenation. And when appropriate, palm prayer position together until our interaction for our next practice. May life truly be a divine blessing in awakening of your true nature in its pure omnipotence, in all power of divine connection. Hari Om Tat Sat.